What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. The day has finally come that I get to take you guys along for the ride at a DriftMasters event, and it is going to be a good one because we are on the way to Riga. I cannot wait. If you've never seen it before, Riga is one of the most spectacular drift events of the calendar. It is crazy. The track is definitely the most intense and insane of the entire season. Entry speeds of like 160 kilometers an hour, forward gear drifting for well over 50% of the track, and a big long wall ride to finish out the run too. It is mental. But as I said, this is going to be the one and only DriftMasters event for this season. If you haven't already heard the news, unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, it just wasn't logistically possible to have a full DriftMasters campaign this year across 6 different countries and about 30 something nationalities actually coming to each round. The logistics of crossing borders and getting people to all the rounds, including staff and drivers, was going to be way too difficult. But on a positive note, Riga and Latvia itself is one of the safest countries in Europe at the moment, so we were able to logistically put this event on and showcase some of the changes that we wanted to do for this season. And we really do have a lot of changes. We've been working on this tirelessly over the winter months and how we could actually improve from an already amazing 2019 season. And I think it's gonna blow your minds of the changes that we've made. Just a couple to rattle off my head: a completely new qualifying format that's never been seen in drifting before. Judging aids that are going to tell us exactly where the car is during a run, if they hit a clipping point or not, the amount of angle, the amount of proximity to another driver. The technology is absolutely incredible. And of course then, as always, Red Bull have gone above and beyond and upped the production levels of this season even more. So if you thought last year's live stream was good, this one is going to absolutely blow your minds. But I will take you through all those changes when we get out there. It'll be a lot easier to show you them in action rather than try to explain them here. But for now, I've got about a 2-hour drive up to Dublin Airport all the way from Cork, and I absolutely can't wait to get on that flight and head over to Riga, baby. Catch you guys over there. What is up, guys? We have arrived at Riga. I am currently standing on the track at the infamous start line way off back down there, and yeah, I'm going to take you quickly through the track and show you what we will be looking for this weekend. So starting way off back down there, you can see the Budmat banner. That's where the guys will be starting off and accelerating up as hard as they possibly can, all the way up to about a 4th gear initiation, almost 160 kilometers an hour, and then hitting this initiation point here. So we have cones laid out here, 1, 2, 3, and that's basically where we're looking for the guys to start their initiation. The earlier the better here, and the earlier that they can initiate, preferably with a clutch kick or feint entry, they're going to score much higher. And then you come into the first infamous corner of Riga track. Flat out 4th gear drifting the whole way throughout this first corner. It's absolutely insane. From where I was standing way over there at the initiation point of this first corner, you can see how massive it really is. 4th gear full throttle the whole way throughout this first corner, and the drivers need to keep 2 wheels in this zone the whole way throughout, all the way till the very end here, where you can see then that they need to start coming away from it. And this really sets it up for the rest of the run. If the drivers don't nail this first outer zone, then you can expect them to be definitely scoring lower, because it sets your line up for the entirety of the rest run, and I'll show you why. From the end of that outer zone here, we want the drivers to immediately start coming away from the edge of that track. If they're in too deep, then they're not going to be able to get back. Hey David. Hi. They're not going to be able to get back in time for this touch and go outer zone 2. It's really critical. If they leave that outer zone too late, then they're going to be too late for this one, hence screwing up all of turn 2. If they leave it too early, then they're going to hit here too early, and their front bumper is going to be in at the inside of outer zone or inner zone 3. So it really sets you up for the entirety of the track. That's why we'll be so critical on outer zone 1 this weekend. It really is one of the most important zones in the entire track. So from way back there on the edge of the curb at outer zone 2, we wanted drivers to come absolutely full throttle here through inner clip 3. This is 4th gear, full throttle, all the way then to outer zone 4 here. This is such a crazy part of the track, and you might think, oh yeah, it's just full throttle, but there is serious tarmac changes here. It's going to be very difficult to show it on camera, but from back there it has quite a low grip tarmac, then to here it's full on racetrack grip tarmac. So as soon as the guys hit it, they need to go full throttle to keep momentum. And then you can see the mammoth task that they have going from this outer zone here all the way down to outer zone 5. That is so far away. The live stream really doesn't do this justice. And here we are at outer zone 5, and you can see how far we've actually come from outer zone 4. The distance that these guys have to travel and the speed that they have to maintain to actually get to this outer zone 5 is crazy. And we're actually asking the guys not to decelerate here. They can't decelerate until way down there at outer zone 6. So it really is quite a difficult part of the track. And to make it even more difficult then, I don't know if the camera is going to do it justice, but there's actually an elevation change, a big bump here, and an elevation change then up to outer zone 6, which makes it even trickier. And to make it even more difficult then, we have one of the longest wall rides of the year, which I'll take you through now for our final zone. We were over there at outer zone 5. You can see again just how far away this is, and this is the only deceleration zone for the whole track coming into outer zone 6, and you can see how absolutely massive this outer zone is. And we're actually asking the guys to sit their rear bumper on this wall the whole way to the finish line, all the way at the cone on top of the wall there. That shows you what we will actually be looking for this weekend in Riga. You can see that this track is absolutely insane. I actually can't wait for qualifying to see what these guys throw down. So now that I've taken you through the entire track layout, let's see what it actually looks like on track and driver linking it all together. Here we have Peter Vincek sitting on the line. Of course we have to watch from the live stream initially because the first corner is blind for us. But you can see the acceleration up to the first corner here is absolutely insane. Into outer zone 1, and then he appears in front of us. Absolutely awesome. We are just about to go live for qualifying here in Riga. If practice is anything to go by, this is going to be absolutely incredible. Some of the runs that we were seeing were just insane, but here is a quick look at what our setup is like here in the tower. All the audio, live stream right in front of us. Eric and David there ready for judging too. Hopefully you're already after watching this by the time this video comes out, but if not, I'm going to throw in a few of my favourite parts from the qualifying session right here. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Catch you guys on the other side.
Now we move on next to the man that topped qualifying here last year, Jack Shanahan. He finished second in the DriftMasters European Championship last year. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride when it comes to the battles, but he's going out here for top spot, I'll say that for nothing. This is a guy that knows this track. He's got more grip out of this car in the off-season. This is a Toyota GT86. Plenty of grip, plenty of horsepower, and look at that line in straight away. Aggressive from the off for Shanahan.
It certainly is, David. He keeps it absolutely pinned. Again, another driver dropping the wheel up onto the curb. Very brave from Shanahan as he goes very deep into the outside zone 5. Looks to scrub a little speed, but still keeps the wheel spinning. Barely touched the brake there as he gets into that final outside zone. You can see him just really working the car. So much grip that he just wants to drive in a straight line.
Now, you can see a little bit of air being fanned into the cockpit of James Dean's E92 Eurofighter. This is the guy everybody's watching. He is, you know, pound for pound. Many arguments will say otherwise, but I reckon he is pound for pound the best in the world right now. But he's got to prove it every year. And this track, last year he hadn't good fortunes. He went out with a mechanical failure in the top 16. He's been spending the entire off-season dialing in this car, and boy is it working, because James Dean has absolutely lit up the first half of this course. Such technicality. Now, can he dial it in for the second half? You know what? Doing everything the judges are looking for here so far, Ian.
Yeah, he certainly is, David. You can see him scrubbing that speed, gets the back bumper of that Eurofighter onto the wall, and absolutely paints a blue line all the way around it, because that man is pinpoint perfect.
Next on the line, it's a man who is renowned across the world for being one of the craziest drivers. He is finishing up second in the US Championship last year. It's Peter Vincek from Poland. and he is ranked as one of the best drifters in the world. But this weekend he's got to prove it as he comes into the first corner in that S15, running 850 horsepower and super aggressive through the course. This is the guy everybody's keeping an eye on all weekend of how is he going to gel with this circuit. Well, the questions have been answered now because he is absolutely nailing it. Into that last outer zone he goes, and look at the precision as he puts the back bumper on the wall. That is how you get the job done in the first run of qualifying. Incredible.
Back in the hotel room after a long day, but that was an absolutely awesome qualifying session. Peter Vincek, James Dean and Jack Shanahan locking out the top 3 spots there, but the real question is, what did you guys think of the new qualifying format? I thought it had its pluses and advantages. One, it definitely shortened down qualifying, which can drag on a little bit. Definitely sped things up a good bit, but also on the other hand then kind of missed out on the mental second runs that some of the top drivers also do. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and if so, we'd like to hear you guys' suggestions on what you would do to change it up too. Would you just go back to the old format, or would you would you keep this, or would you change it in any way? But guys, that's it for today, and I will catch you at the track tomorrow. Peace. What is up guys, and welcome to day 2 of Riga DriftMasters. And as you can hear in the background, practice is just after kicking off for the top 32. But before I showed you any drifting, I want to take you guys quickly through the behind the scenes of what it actually takes to run a DriftMasters event, because people are constantly asking me how many people are behind the scenes running it, because you only see a few of us on the live stream, but this is actually what it takes. So the first place I'm going to take you is the Red Bull office. There's already 3, 4, 5 people in there with a host of computers. Then you have this tent that is all for the editing and all the editing gear. There's usually like 4 or 5 photographers or videographers here with all their gear and all their kit. Then you have another office similar to the first one for Red Bull. This one is all for digital enhancements, which you will hopefully see on the live stream later today. This massive trailer here that I have to actually back that I have to try to get in frame just houses all of the equipment. It's absolutely insanely big. And then we have 2 live stream trucks here that are running the live stream that have so much equipment in them. They're more or less a copy of both of them are more or less a copy of each other. So I'll just take you into this one to show you the amount of technology that's in it. There's more than half a dozen screens in there for the director to cut between. There's like, I think, over a dozen cameras on track for him to choose which to switch through. And then I'll take you straight up to the tower now to show you what kind of technology that we actually have then running behind the scenes for our judging system. So now that we are up in the judging tower, I can take you through everything that we have in front of us for each and every run, and all the information that those trucks that we just saw are supplying to us. It's absolutely crazy the amount of data that we can analyze for each and every run these days. Long gone are the days where you were just watching a run, you had no live stream or anything. We can analyze every part of the track, really. But of course, we still have an awesome view that we use primarily. But for the parts of the track that we can see, like in Riga here, it's a huge track. It's not possible to see everything from one screen, so we do use the live stream for the entry and for the end of the track. Then we have an additional screen in front of us here that we can use to request any replays we want for any specific part of the track. Of course, we need communications with the truck, so each judge has one of these set boxes in front of us so that we can turn on and off who we want to speak to throughout the day, because you don't want constant chatter in your ears while you're trying to judge. Then we have 2 iPads here for our scoring systems, one main one and one backup one. And for this year alone, we have the digital enhancement system, which is another iPad which shows us average speed, average drift angle, whether they hit the zones or not. And for battles then we have proximity and imitation too. The amount of information is absolutely insane. It really helps us make the right calls. We are just about to go live for the top 32, and after watching practice, we are going to have some of the most insane battles that we have ever seen. Unfortunately, I have to do my job and I can't vlog while I'm judging, but I'll stick some of the best battles from the top 32 in here, and I'll catch you guys back just before the top 16 kicks off.
Right on the door of Anderson, they were kicking off the top 32. Check this on the replay. This is scary stuff. One wheel in the dirt. Carson is away from the wall, and Garza has to work hard to stick. Very aggressive from Joe Tony. Wild, a little bit of a straight.
He's on the grass. Oh, he's in the wall.
Big. Look at Burns when he hits this curve on the back of the car. Absolutely flexed up. The suspension absolutely well. There's a bumper bent in through there with a very shallow angle. Oh, what a big hit. Ivan Atkins is in big trouble here. He's collecting all the signs and visions in proximity. Much better from Connor Shannon, but he couldn't get the second one actually hurt him to avoid the incident. A lot of smoke on.
We have just finished the top 32 battles there, and it was absolutely incredible. It had everything from awesome battles, massive smashes, and big names getting knocked out. Ian, what did you think about it?
I mean, listen, we love top 32, but that was incredible. Some serious action. Yeah, these guys pushing 110%. Top 16's about to kick off, and I know you, Kevin, are excited as much as what I am.
I absolutely cannot wait. Guys, it's going to be so busy now for the next few hours. I will catch you at the podium ceremony.
Oh, and a big initiation for Peter Vincek, but look at Ellie Hood's on here. Give us the arm, look at Gustav Blues. They're going to go super wide, and Mikkel Overgaard, shallow, big angle. He's in trouble now as Zalewski nudges the side of that car onto the door. And what happened, Richards? He has to shallow up. Oh, Hipke's in the wall! Hipke's in the wall, and a big wreck for Hipke. A very nice line for a good initiation. Fires that car in, and Dean is right there. Dean's right there. Fire from underneath Zacharil's car, and the engine starts to erupt. And Zacharil tries to stay in it. Dean spins. There must be oil on the track. Watch this. Watch the flames. Watch the flames. They come out under James's car.
Look at that. I've never seen anything like that in drifting.
James must have sat there.
It's on fire. You can see from the drone. Look, you can see it's still on fire under the engine bay.
Zacharil tried to complete the run. Around this time, Vincek stays with him. Wow! Great transition from Peter Vincek.
He's on the marbles here. He's trying to pull himself out of it. He goes in. Oh, Richards hits the wall. Richards hits the wall, comes off power, and Zalewski has to make a very dramatic jump this points back on the board after losing the laps on the first corner. He had to do something sensational. Happens to back into his car. What are you even kidding me?
Jake Shanahan putting moves down there like that. Whoa!
Look at the contact. They stay in. Dean is absolutely scraping the wall to pieces as he comes around the last corner, and Shanahan looking straight to his right saying, I'm still here, buddy, I'm still in this fight, and I want to go to that final. On the finish line to both of these guys. You're watching some of the best driving in the world right now. Look at the speed these guys are at and holding such proximity. I mean, that is, driving around this in a rental car is scary enough. Doing it at this speed is absolutely insane. Look at those transitions from Zalewski. Inch perfect.
Yeah, absolutely inch perfect. You can see just as Peter Vincek enough room to manoeuvre. Wait, Peter Vincek through the circuit. They are not messing around. These guys have turned it up to 100.
We go. Dean in the chase position. Vincek the higher qualifier. Through the gears they go. A little look left and right from both of these guys. And Dean is right on the back bumper. Dean with a massive entry. And he holds it.
Dean holds on to it as Peter Vincek now settles the nerves and gets into the groove. Slow-mo shot. Look at James Dean. Wheel to wheel. They're almost making contact. James Dean edging that car in on the door. And Peter Vincek goes on that absolute perfect qualifying line. Stick
at the Arizona now back and look at the transition from Peter Vincek. How did he get away with it? Where is Vincek? Is he in the tyres? Is he backing back? I don't know where he went there. He's still in the battle.
Well, Peter Vincek kicks up some dust in front of the judging tower. Gets back into the mix. Onto the door he goes. It isn't as clean, but James Dean. The podium celebration is done, and James Dean gets an absolute face full of champagne from his teammate Peter Vincek and his very good friend Jack Shanahan. James Dean is crowned the 2020 DMEC Drift King of Riga.
And just like that, the one and only DriftMasters event of 2020 is done and in the history books, and what an absolutely incredible event it was that really made me realise how much I've been missing drifting lately. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the event, and also what were the standout battles for you guys, because there was some seriously incredible battles over the weekend. If you've gotten this far, thanks so much for watching. I know it was a seriously long video. There was so much to pack into one weekend. But if you have gotten this far, then definitely consider subscribing, because DriftMasters might be finished for 2020, but I'm definitely not. I've got an absolute pile of content coming up for you guys over the next few weeks and months. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see every bit of it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.